Hello and welcome to YHELP's Talks with Taylor. Today we are with Ioanna Vargianiti, a Hellene writer, poet, artist, and communications intern of Born This Way Foundation, discussing the Be There certificate.
Hi, Taylor. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you so much for having me. And yes, my name is Ioanna Vargianiti. I am a senior in college, a writing major, and I'm a communications intern at Born This Way Foundation. I'm so excited to be here with you today, and I'm so excited to talk about the Be There certificate and go through all of your questions. Thank you so much for having me.
So tell us about your organization.
Yeah, so Born This Way Foundation, co-founded and led by Lady Gaga and her mom, Cynthia Germanotta, supports the mental health of young people and works with them to build a kinder and braver world all over the world. So through our programming, our youth-led conversations, and strategic cross-sectoral partnerships, our foundation aims to make kindness cool, validate the emotions of young people, and eliminate the stigma around mental health.
Can you tell us about the Be There certificate and how did it get started?
Yeah, so the Be There certificate is free, self-paced, online learning resource where you can basically get trained and certified on how to be there for someone and how to be there for yourself. So basically, when you see a loved one, a friend, a coworker struggling, sometimes you may not feel fully equipped or aware on all of the ways that you can go about approaching them and talking to them and making sure they feel heard and secure, but also of all of the ways in which you need to be supporting yourself and protecting your own boundaries. And what's great about the Be There certificate, which is also available in 3 languages, in English, French, and Spanish, is that it allows you to do exactly that at your own pace, in the comfort of your home, from your laptop, from your phone, anywhere. Basically, you can take the test and even take breaks. You can take the certificate and take breaks even as you go through the different sections. But yeah, it's basically a self-paced online mental health course on how to be there for someone and show up for yourself and your community.
What are Be There's 5 golden rules?
Yeah, so our 5 golden rules is say what you see, first of all. So just approach someone, letting them know, hey, I've been noticing something different, or I've been seeing that you've been acting differently recently. Is everything okay? So basically just approaching someone and telling them just the facts and what you see. And then, of course, rule number 2 is to show them that you care when you approach them, and to show them that you're coming to them with love, with compassion and openness, and a lack of judgment. And then rule number 3 is to hear them out. So to just be prepared to give someone the space they need, and listen to them and see, based on the situation, if you feel like your feedback would be appreciated or if you need to ask questions. But basically just be there and be open to listen. So that's what golden rule number 3 teaches us. And then for rule number 4, it's important to also know your role, because you're not always going to be the most certified person, especially if a situation has further escalated or seems beyond your abilities or your personal boundaries. And pointing to rule number 5, ask for help, connect to help. So when you figure out your role and you know your boundaries and where you stand within that conversation and within your ability to show up for your friends and for your loved ones and still take care of yourself and stay within your role, sometimes it's essential and really important to connect someone to help. So to reach out to an adult, a parent, a teacher, or another figure in your life that could help out and take on more responsibility.
What are some signs that someone is having mental health challenges?
Yeah, so I just want to start this off, saying that a rough mental health patch or mental health challenges can look different on anyone, and I'm not by any means a certified mental health professional. However, I think all of us know, even just by gut instinct, sometimes when someone that we love or someone close to us is showing us signs that they're struggling. So I would just say be open and observant of your surroundings, the people in your life, and if someone is, acting different or in a way that they wouldn't normally, even if they're not showing like extreme signs of frustration, someone can show us that they are struggling very quietly sometimes. So I would say pay attention to the silences of your loved ones as well, and other ways in which someone might be trying to communicate or showing that they might be going through something and they might be afraid to express it. But I feel like it's always nice to, show, again, tell someone what you see as rule number one, because that could be really helpful in, making someone feel seen and cared for and noticed. Yeah.
What are some tips for starting the conversation about establishing trust?
That's a really good question. In my own relationships, how I've started conversations, or my friends have started conversations about establishing trust. Also, I want to say that trust, in my opinion, is something that takes time to be established, and connection, or taking the time to build that connection with someone and build that trust with someone. But sometimes just literally having open conversations with my friends, like, hey, where are you now? What are you looking in your friendships? What are you looking in your relationships? Where are you in a mental space and an emotional space right now? And literally asking, can I support you in any way? Can I be there for you in any way? Opening the ground for just communication and the ability to be there for each other, and consistently showing up for first of all for yourself and then for your friend. I feel like builds that trust, because also by showing up for yourself first, you're making sure that you can show up for other people. So having these conversations within yourself first, in terms of where you stand, what you need, how you feel your loved ones could support you, and then communicating that, and vice versa, allowing the space for the people in your life to do the same. I feel like that is that. And then when you consistently show up for them or are there to listen, I feel like that builds a lot of trust and genuine connection.
How can someone be helpful and support without judgment?
Yeah, if listener, and even if you do have a reaction, how you can express that in a healthy manner to your friend or the person talking to you. So I would say, in my own experience, definitely, taking a deep breath helps, or trying to put yourself in the other person's shoes and think, the place that they're acting from, why they might be acting or reacting that way, and maintaining an open ear to let the other person express themselves. And then you can talk to them about it. You can ask questions, but making sure that it's an open space for the both of you to be human and express your emotions and your feelings on the situation.
How can you set healthy boundaries while providing support?
Yeah, I would say so, definitely. And I think I'm saying it very confidently, but at least for me, and I know for a lot of other people in my life, it's definitely been a struggle, or will continue to be a struggle, because sometimes setting boundaries is hard, and it can take a lot for someone, at least someone like me, to set boundaries and fear of like how the other person might react. But at least right now, I'm at a point in my life where I've realized that without my own boundaries, without cultivating healthy, solid boundaries for myself, I can't show up for other people in the same way, because I'm not in a solid place within me. And that's another thing that I've found out about boundaries, and also that taking the Be There certificate definitely helped me understand more, is that the boundaries are more for yourself. Because that was actually one of the sections of the certificate that I referenced to the most and went back to, because I actually thought, oh wow, this is actually useful. So how can I actually let someone know that, hey, I'm not in the place right now, I need to take a step back, or I don't feel qualified to help you deal with this, but I want to be here for you. And that's the challenging part, still wanting to be there for someone, but also having to be there for yourself and honor your own needs. So I would say definitely do check-ins with yourself. How I go about it, like doing check-ins with myself, like, oh, how am I feeling? Why am I feeling this way? Have I been more irritable lately? Because, for example, when you feel overwhelmed, or there's been a lack of boundaries in your life, or a lack of protecting your personal space and your personal times, can definitely, at least for me, make me more irritable or unable to respond to people. So doing check-ins with myself and being like, hey, is it time to take a break and just go into my shell for a little bit to decompress.
How can you maintain your mental health while supporting others?
I think, it definitely ties to the previous question as well, to make sure that you're checking in with yourself and taking time for yourself and doing things to help maintain your mental health that work for you. For me, for example, ways that I try to take care of my mental health is meditating, journaling. I try to do an activity that gives me joy once a day, and that could be like dancing in my room, or even reading. As I said before, I'm a writing major. I love writing and reading. So like even reading a new poem, or just doing something that gives me joy. And that can be such a big step in taking care of your mental health and showing up for yourself at the same time. And it makes you so much more able to be there for other people and practice forgiveness, compassion, openness, and understanding, because you're showing up with the same intentions for yourself.
What are some resources you can refer others to for mental health support?
Yeah, so of course, the Be There certificate is an amazing, really accessible way for you to, again, learn how to be there for someone and for yourself, and learn how to tackle these everyday life situations through examples and videos and personal statements. But then, of course, the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is available 24/7. The crisis text line is also available 24/7. And the Trevor Project, our friends at the Trevor Project. So yeah.
Well, that's all we have today. Thank you all for watching. And is there anything else you'd like to say to our audience before we leave?
Well, I would say to our audience to go and take the Be There certificate at betherecertificate.org. And you can also feel free to visit our storytelling platform, Channel Kindness, where we feature stories by young people that show young people's moments of empowerment and self-discovery and courage. Thank you so much for having me, Taylor. Again, I'm so grateful to be here and to be able to talk to you about Born This Way Foundation and Be There certificate. And I'm so excited for your audience to hear about these amazing resources when the episode comes out. So thank you so much.
Thank you for letting us interview you. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye.